Hey everybody, it is Mary Hyatt and welcome to the Mary Hyatt Show. Happy New Year. Guys, it is official. We are in 2019. It is January 2nd. I cannot believe that we did it. We made it. Let me just check to make sure that I am online over here on YouTube. I want to make sure that we are good to go before we actually get started on today's show, which is all about brainwashing that is happening right now in the media due to the new year, due to New Year's resolutions. And I'm going to kind of, peel it back for us and figure out how to actually have New Year's resolutions that aren't coming out of a place of a deficit in our self-worth. So hang tight with me as I make sure that we are good to go on all of this, and then we'll get going. Hopefully you guys had a really lovely New Year's. I tell you what, I have been getting off of being sick, and you might hear it a little bit in my voice, but man, I am like so ready to get this new year going. Let's see. Well, I can't seem to find it on here, but I think we're going to go ahead and get going and feel like we are on. Let me just actually check one thing. I am in between assistants right now, so I am actually doing all of this by myself, which is super exciting. And also, I'm a one-woman show today, so I get to do all the pieces and make sure that everything is running smoothly myself. So bear with me. I just want to make sure that we are on live and actually doing the darn thing. Okay. Yay! Okay, we are good. I'm so excited. This is going to be such an awesome episode. So let's get rid of all this. This is kind of the pre-show. You guys know that. Okay, cool. Well, we are good to go. So let's go ahead and officially start the show. Everyone, it is Mary Hyatt and welcome to episode number 61, New Year's Brainwashing. I cannot believe that it is already 2019. Happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully you guys had a fabulous Christmas, had a fabulous New Year's. I myself had a couple weeks off, which was just so nice to be able to just chill and rest and be with family and be with friends. And it was just a really peaceful season for me, which is exciting because it has been such a crazy past year that I'm like, all right, 2019, let's do it, baby. Let's make it freaking awesome. If you're watching YouTube live, you can see that I'm wearing my love shirt and my tiger shirt because I'm feeling in my power today. Because for me, 2019 is going to be a lot about shifting into my sense of power, my sense of self-worth, all encompassed by love and light. And so I'm just like charged and ready to go. And I have such a fabulous episode for you today. We're going to be getting into sort of this brainwashing thing that's happening right now, which may sound a little conspiracy theory-esque, which it kind of is, honestly, like if we really look at it. But there's an agenda happening, of course, every January to make sure that we inundate you with all of the products, all of the quick fixes to tell you that this year is going to be different and you're going to be thinner than you've ever been, and then you're going to have the best life possible. So everything that is coming at you through social media and just commercials on TV and friends, it's all about weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, and it's pretty overwhelming. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, I want to make sure to invite you to my Peru retreat. You guys, April 7th this year, 2019, April 7th through the 16th, I am doing my 10-day self-discovery retreat to Peru. So excited. You can see there on the photo, I'm standing in front of Machu Picchu, which is one of the places that we visit over the 10 days that we're there. And if you want information about this, is a very small group, very exclusive, intimate group of less than 10 people. So go to maryhyatt.com/Peru. And those of you that have followed me for a while, you know that Peru is near and dear to my heart. I am in love with this country. I take people there usually every year. I didn't go last year, but it's 10 days of immersion into finding your true self. We do yoga that is for everybody. I'm a certified yoga teacher and taught plus size yoga. And so really we get into moving the body, accessing those emotions within the body, slowing down to feel our emotions. We do all kinds of incredible ceremonies, like a fire ceremony where we burn anything that is holding us back. We do a sweat lodge. We tour the most gorgeous places you could even imagine in the world. I mean, obviously we go to Machu Picchu, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world, but that is just one thing that we do every day is like unbelievable, mind-blowing beauty. I mean, this country is gorgeous. So the things that we see, the ceremonies that we do, the conversations that we have over 10 days is truly life-changing. And I would just love to have you there. So come on over to maryhyatt.com/Peru for all of the details. I go through the itinerary, what we do every single day, and talk about the cost there. So I want to just make sure that you know about that. There's only a couple spots left, and I would love to have you. But let's go ahead and jump straight into today's content because we have a lot to cover, and I'm just eager to talk to you because I know if you're like me, like last night, I turned on my TV and I was just, watching whatever was coming on. And I mean, this is crazy. I don't ever really watch TV. I'm sort of like a Netflix, Amazon Prime chick. Can I get some whoops to that? Like, I hate commercials. So I don't ever really watch commercials, but it happened to be that I was watching like a, regular program last night. And I mean, I'm not kidding you. Every time the show broke for a commercial, it was some ad for a gym, for gym membership, diets, like Nutrisystem, eating plan programs, and everything was about the new year because it was January 1st. And so it was like ad after ad after ad after ad, with before and after pictures and having people show how happy they were after they lost this weight. And everything was geared around losing weight, being the best version of yourself, being the thinnest version of yourself. And then you're going to have the most amazing, perfect, happy life, and everything's going to be great in 2019 because you obviously have already failed in 2018. You're not good enough. And so I do this work, right? I mean, I'm a life coach. My clients were talking about this kind of stuff all the time. I lead retreats about this, about the body, about loving, your body. And for me, I had to really check myself. Like, I had to really slow down because I thought, well, I mean, God, I do kind of feel a little bit bloated from the holidays. I've been eating a lot of, bad things, quote unquote, bad things. I had that old diet mentality conversation creeping back in. And so I started feeling that guilt of like, oh yeah, like I actually do need this. Like, I've been sick, as I mentioned in the pre-show. And so I have not been to the gym. I haven't moved my body other than maybe like a walk once a week, or sometimes nothing, so I'm not even taking any steps. I'm certainly not going to the gym. I know that it would have taxed my body even further if I had done that. So now as I'm watching these commercials, I'm starting to go, oh my gosh, well, I haven't gone to the gym in several weeks and I've been eating all these sweets, and oh my gosh, well, I probably need to lose some weight. And I start going through that conversation and sort of really panic and have to check myself, like, wait a minute. And it sort of dawned on me that, wow, this is some really strong brainwashing that is going on. This is really intense. And I know that if I'm feeling it and I do this as my occupation, my work, then I know that you guys are feeling this too. And then if you are on social media, Instagram and Facebook, everything is about a reset. Everything is about creating a new you. And it's all sort of through this lens of empowerment and being your best self and everything. But it's really a slippery slope. And we'll kind of talk about that. But I was talking to my sister, Megan, and she and I are in cahoots together. And I just said, girl, like, gear up. we're about to get inundated with all this diet mentality stuff. So like, let's band together and like, let's stick together because God, it's like so intense. And so she leads a podcast with my dad, Michael Hyatt, and they were talking about kind of New Year's resolutions and how so many New Year's resolutions are geared around weight loss. Like the majority of people's resolutions are weight loss related. And the majority of those people do not follow through with their goals. I think it's like less than 8% of people are actually even successful with their New Year's resolutions. But even if you were to fast forward like a year or 2 years, none of that sticks, because it's geared around a quick fix, not real actual life change. And so this was interesting. She said, fitness clubs actually bank on your failure. NPR reported on one claim that it has about 6,500 members per location and only room for 300 at a time. It's like airlines overbooking on a mass scale, but they don't need armed escorts to take us off the plane. Gyms purposefully oversell their capacity with year-long contracts, knowing most of us will get distracted or lose interest. And like I said, only 8% are actually successful at a New Year's resolution, and the majority of people just sort of give up after a couple weeks or a couple days. But everybody at the beginning seems to sort of jump on this bandwagon because there's so much hype. There's so much overload of conversations and images and programs that it's like, okay, well, I got to do it too. And it's exacerbated by social media and New Year's resolutions. I mean, everything you're seeing is reinforcing, hey, New Year's resolution, lose the weight, lose the weight, lose the weight. And January, this is kind of interesting, like from a consumer report standpoint, January ends up being a huge consumer months for all things related to fitness and diets. Like, of course, right? It's interesting. They actually call this period second Christmas because people are buying so much activewear and footwear and, weight loss programs and weights and, all the things, the diet books, and it's considered second Christmas. How crazy is that? So I want to kind of get clear, if you're starting to see these words in social media or on your TV and commercials, to kind of clue in these are diet buzzwords. These are going to be these diet brainwashing buzzwords that they're using to sort of like hook you in to get you to start feeling really bad about yourself and buy into whatever it is, the diet. So if you see words like challenge, cleanse, meal plan, skinny recipe, diet, approved foods, earn, detox, low carb, paleo, keto, 30-day reset, 20-day reset, 80-day this, eliminate, cut out, quit, restrict, diet, reset, jumpstart. These are all really clear, sort of like flash the light, flash the signal. Wait a second, hang on. These are these brainwashing diet buzzwords that we throw away or throw out so easily, but they're there to get you to do something. It's sort of like there's an agenda at play here. And this is big business, okay? This is big business out there behind the new year. And its job, get this, pay attention to this part. Its job is to make sure that you know several things about yourself, okay? Ready for this? Number one, its job is to make sure that you know that you are flawed, Number two, that you are not enough. Number three, that you are broken. And number three, that you need to be fixed. Number four, you need to be fixed. That's the agenda. It's like everything is basically saying, hey girl, like you're flawed, you're not good enough, you're broken, and you need to be fixed. That's the brainwashing part. And it always comes in a shiny, pretty package. And it is really playing at that vulnerability. And what's so crazy about it from like a deep psychological perspective, when we're getting this constant exposure of the same messages from all angles, from all people, from all media, it makes you feel inadequate. It makes you feel like you're the only one who's not making massive changes. Like if you already feel like a failure, or you already feel like, oh my God, everybody's doing this, but I'm not, it's kind of meant to do that. It is sort of that thing of like, oh my God, I'm the one who, like, I haven't even lost any weight already, you know, like it's, oh my God, it's January 2nd and I don't even know what I'm doing and I haven't lost any weight. And it's like, number one, it's January 2nd. You've had 2 days in the new year. And it's like, what makes this day so special? You know, what makes this month so special that you're supposed to have already, you know, gotten it all together again and lost all of this weight? But when you're bombarded with these messages from every angle, it's part of the plan. It's sort of like join the pack, you know, stick with the herd. It actually feeds on a really primal fear, a primal fear of survival. So like base level. It's just that in this case, like survival in 2019 looks like joining your friends on their New Year's resolution diet and making a pact to have a workout buddy. That's what survival looks like in 2019. If you don't do that, and this is the primal fear part, if you don't do that, then you risk isolation from the tribe and ultimately death. That's like our primitive brain says, like, if I don't do what everybody else is doing, then I risk death. And in this case, death is social death, right? Rejection, abandonment, disapproval, judgment. That's what quote unquote death looks like, social death. So it's like, there's a lot at stake here. It's really heavy, honestly. And so what happens is, obviously, as a result, I mean, the fear, the shame starts creeping in. We feel terrible about ourselves. We see all these pictures of other people that look happy on social media, setting these goals. We see a huge influx of before and after photos. And we think, okay, like this is going to be my year. You know, I'm not going to spend another year fat and ugly and broke, you know, like no, 2019, it's my year. And then we run over to the computer and we're searching gyms, we're searching the best diet. And if you don't have an inclination to run and find that solution, then you're going to spiral, you know, hard and fast, you know, going kind of down, feeling like, oh my God, I'm such a freaking loser, feeling like everybody has a clear plan for their future. Everybody has a jump start on you. Everybody is already going. You're behind. You know, you failed in 2018. You're probably going to fail again in 2019. But this is part of that brainwashing. You know, January is really just another month. Today is just another day, just like every other day. And I'm not saying wanting to make changes is wrong, or you can't have the desires to have a more fulfilling life. However, we have to examine what's driving this desperation, what's driving this like hurry up and make the resolution, hurry up and lose the weight. And because I mean, for me, like I'm super excited about 2019. There's a lot of exciting things that I want to do. I mean, none of them are body related, which is, you know, obviously because of the work that I do, but a lot of them are about, you know, bigger goals for my business and retreats and, you know, this Peru trip and all kinds of fun things. So I get excited about the new opportunities in 2019, but we have to look at what's going on behind the scenes, what's motivating this fear. If you're having that fear of like, I got to lose weight quick and I got to get on this plan now, we want to like examine that. We want to get clear on what's coming up. And if we actually want to have some long-lasting change in 2019 to feel more love for ourselves, to feel more at peace and at home with our bodies, to feel like we are thriving in our health, to feel like our businesses and our relationships are thriving as well, then we need to approach it in a really different way. Outside of all of that hype, outside of all of that brainwashing, all of the shoulds, all of the pressure, all of the succumbing to the weight loss ads. And we want to break through that brainwashing and get really clear on what it is that we want, like where our heart is, where our desire is, not what everybody else is doing and not what everybody else is telling us that we should do, and not agreeing to what the world values as far as the thing that's going to make me happy in this lifetime is the weight loss. So that's what we really want to get clear on is Am I being motivated by all of these messages, or is this a pure motivation? And there's a few ways, 4 ways in which we're going to look at that. And so we kind of want to slow this down. So, oh, sorry, wrong slide if you're watching me on YouTube. So let's take a look at the 4 ways to break the New Year's brainwashing. Hallelujah. All right, so number 1, we have to understand what the intention is for wanting to lose weight. So because the number 1 resolution for most people going into the new year is to lose weight, we want to understand, why do I feel the pressure to lose weight? What's really going on behind the scenes? Where is it being motivated? Is it motivated out of shame? Is it motivated out of fear? Is it motivated out of that sort of pack mentality that everybody's doing it, so I must be doing it? Is it motivated out of certain beliefs? The belief that if I lose weight, then. If I lose weight, then I will be happy, I will be more successful, I'll have a better sex life, I'll find a partner, my marriage will improve, my business will improve, I'll actually feel more confident, I'll finally love myself, I'll be able to fit into clothes, which will make me feel sexier. It's like we have a lot of things that we attach to weight loss, and it's almost like we have an equation in our brains that weight loss equals happiness. When I lose weight, then I'll get what I want. When I lose weight, then I will be happy. When I lose weight, then I will be fulfilled. When I lose weight, then I will feel joy. When I lose weight, then I will feel confident. When I lose weight, then I will feel sexy. Everything is sort of on this. If I lose weight, my life will be rainbows and sunshine, and everything will go to the way that it's supposed to go, and I'll have the life that I finally want. And we got to look at, okay, what are the intentions? What are the intentions? And a lot of us, if we kind of are honest with ourselves, we don't feel lovable. And we believe that love is conditioned upon our number on the scale or the size of our pants, that we can't be loved unless we're a certain size, unless we're a certain weight. God, if I could just get back to the size I was in high school, or if I could just fit into those pants, then I'll be lovable. Now, we might not be consciously having those thoughts, but subconsciously, kind of below the line, we're having those thoughts. I've got to do this. This is really important. Life and death. Everything depends on this. And that's where we get that sort of obsession. That's where we sort of get that panic, that urgency, that need to do it now, the need to make this year different so that we are loved. So what's the intention? So if you find yourself being tempted to want to lose weight this year, what's the intention? What are you really after? What do you think losing weight is going to give you? We have to understand the intention, because my firm belief is you cannot hate your way to a better life. You cannot hate your body into a body that you love. You cannot restrict your body into a body that you love. All of those principles, the fact of you being lovable, feeling fulfilled, feeling joy, feeling happiness, feeling desire, feeling sexy. If you can't feel those things in the body that you're in today, you're sure as hell not going to feel it when you lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds or 50 pounds or 100 pounds. You don't all of a sudden get that when you lose weight. And that's the illusion. That's what people think. I mean, I cannot tell you how many people that I've worked with who are in thinner bodies who absolutely hate themselves, who had that form of body dysmorphia, who look in the mirror and think, I hate my body. It's not just people in larger bodies. People in smaller bodies hate themselves, hate their bodies. People that have lost tons of weight still hate their bodies, still are incredibly insecure, have zero confidence, still are stressed about shopping, stressed around food. And so it has nothing to do with the weight. So we have to get clear on those intentions, because diets, New Year's resolutions are designed to fail. They're designed to make you feel shitty about yourself, and then you feel really shitty about yourself when you don't actually follow through with a system that is embedded to fail. And it just adds to the pressure. And so we've got to get clear. So ask yourself, what is my intention for losing weight? Can I get to a place where it feels pure? If that is a desire for you, like for me, my journey has included weight loss, But it was never out of a place of, I have to lose weight. It was out of a place of desire, of wanting to love my body more, wanting to treat it with kindness, wanting to have the energy to have the life that I wanted to have. I wanted to ride horses. I wanted to be able to hike and travel without getting out of breath. I wanted to be able to get in and out of a car without getting out of a breath. I wanted to be able to move freely in yoga, and I wanted to learn how to dance. Those are those things that I wanted to do. And I started doing them in the body that I had when I was in a larger body. I didn't wait until I was this size to do any of those things. I learned how to love my body when I was the scale was a lot larger on the number for me. I learned to love my body then. So it's like the motivation to me can shift to be more love and less about the result of the losing the weight. Because what we're after is more acceptance. What we're after really, truly is more love for ourselves, more confidence, more joy, more fulfillment. So what's the intention? So as you journal this out, what's the intention? All right, the second way to break this brainwashing, all these messages coming at you right now about New Year's resolutions, is to decide how you want to feel instead. Decide how you want to feel instead. So we're first going to understand our intention, and second, we're going to decide how you want to feel instead. So when you think about 2019, it's like my greatest desire is ... Not achieving the goal, not arriving at the solution. What do you want to feel? What do you think the goal is going to give you from a feeling standpoint? And what would I have to believe in order to feel this? What would I have to believe in order to feel this? If I wanted to feel happy, if I wanted to feel fulfilled or at peace or confident, what would I have to believe in order to feel this? You know, I'd have to believe that it's possible right now, that I'd have to believe that I get to feel happy in this body today, that this year only good is coming to me, that life is happening for me, that everything is being orchestrated behind the scenes on my behalf. You know, it's like, what would I have to believe? What beliefs would I need to change in order to be able to feel more joy, more fulfillment, more confidence, more happiness, more delight, more pleasure, more desire? What would I have to believe in order to feel this? Because the action, this is really important, the action will not get you what you want. Signing up for the gym, committing to get on the diet does not equal success, and it's not going to last. Okay? Because there are some deep-seated beliefs and thoughts that are self-sabotaging any kind of those actions, any kind of those efforts. The belief that you are broken. The belief that you can't do this. All these beliefs and judgments and self-criticisms you have to yourself keep you staying stuck in the cycles that you've been stuck in. And so what's really important is you shift this and go, how do I need to feel? How do I want to feel? And what do I need to believe in order to feel that? Only from a place of safety and rest and trust can you begin to release whatever you need to let go of and try on something new. Only from a place of safety, rest, and trust. Not from a place of judgment, criticism, pressure, and shame. You cannot physically force yourself. It's like that old lie of, oh God, if I only had enough willpower, you know, if I could just work it out or starve it out, you know. The truth is your body is so much more intelligent than that. If that were true, diets would work. If that were true, people, you know, would be able to stick to a diet or keep the weight off or whatever. It's like, no, they're designed to fail. They're totally designed to fail. And if you are completely stressed at work, if you are overworking yourself, if you are in a state of fear and sort of contracting everything, your body is in that survival mode. It cannot release. You know, if you are operating under so much shame and hatred for your body can't release. You know, if you don't feel safe either from abuse, either from past trauma, your body is in survival mode and cannot release. You know, your body holds on to weight for a variety of reasons, and no resolution, no New Year's resolution can beat your body into submission enough. Like, does that make sense? Like, no amount of beating it into submission is going to make it work. everything is contracted, everything is tight, everything is grasping, everything is holding, it's controlling, it's clenching, right? It's like that's what fear does. That's what shame does. That's what all that pressure, got to do this, I got to do this now. It's like, ugh. It's like everything is constricted and tight. And your body's only defense is to lock down. And so no amount of dieting or working out can beat your body into another state. And the wacky part, and this is the brainwashing part, every diet is going to tell you otherwise. You know, every eating healthy, restricting, eliminating sugar and carbs and dairy, everything's going to say, no. But if you just do this, I promise it will work. You will lose the weight. But I promise you, the only way to feel better about yourself, about your life, and about your body, and to create lasting change is to love yourself more. It sounds simple. It is a journey. I'm still on it. We talk about this all the time. But the only way to feel better in your body, in your life, in your relationships, in your work, is to love more. Not create plans, not do all this stuff. It's like when you are in a place of love, it will move mountains. And so that is our third way to break out of the brainwashing, is to move towards more love. We have to surrender and trust that love is going to guide us exactly where we're supposed to be. It is going to help us remember what's really true. I am not broken. I don't need fixing. I already am enough. That we are lovable just because we breathe. That it is not conditional on how we look, what our weight is, the size of our pants, the size of our breasts. Love is not conditional. That no amount of resolutions or pounds lost will make us more lovable. Love breaks us out of the trance of shame, of our fears that we are not worthy, that something needs to be fixed, and then we can be loved. It sort of sidesteps all of those judgments and reminds us of our true identity. It reminds us of our true identity. I love this quote by Robert Holden. And he says, the self you judge is not the real self. The self you love is the real you. And I know that this kind of sounds maybe like surfacey or simple or cliche, but I promise you, this is like the deepest work. This is like the deepest concept, because I would love to know from you guys, like raise your virtual hand if you actually love yourself. Think about anybody that you know that like truly deeply loves themselves. Like, yeah, nobody does. Like nobody does. Everybody is talking about what they hate about themselves, what they hate about their bodies, what they hate about their life. We aren't taught how to love ourselves, to appreciate our bodies, to see ourselves as magnificent, wonderful beings. We aren't taught this. We are taught how to judge, how to see all of our shortcomings, to look at the mirror, and like pick ourselves apart. We are taught to look at other women and compare ourselves against them. We're taught that the only way to be loved is to look a certain way. The only way to be successful is to look a certain way. The only way to get the life that it is that we think we want is to look a certain way. And the crazy thing is, y'all, you can't make yourself lovable. There's not anything that you could do to make yourself lovable. And it's hard because we really deeply are committed to our judgments. And we think that is true. We think that is reality. But the self you judge is not your real self. The self that you love is the real you. And, we believe what we think. It's like my breasts aren't perky enough. I have too much cellulite. My teeth need to be wider. My hair is too thin. My belly is too flabby. These are all my self-judgments that I have for my body. And that's like believing that and trying to go off and fix that isn't going to make me any more lovable. Believing those things doesn't make it true. Like just because I believe that my breasts are too saggy or my belly is too flabby or that my arms are too flabby doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean that I am not lovable. It feels real, but it's not true. Your judgments are not the truth. The goal isn't to approve of our bodies. The goal is to accept, to see ourselves without those judgments and to see ourselves through the lens of love. How would love see us in this moment? How would love look at our bodies? What would love see? What is the conversation that love is having right now? And this is a quote from Janine Roth from her book, Women, Food, and God. And she says, when you love something, you wish it goodness. When you hate something, you wish to annihilate it. Change happens not by hatred, but by love. Change happens when you understand what you want to change so deeply that there is no reason to do anything but act in your own best interest. From that place of love, then we can enter into our most true selves, our most aligned selves, our most authentic, our most healthy selves. It's possible. It is possible to look at your body and offer it love. It is possible to quiet that bully inside of your head, that criticism, that inner critic, that judgmental one, and instead fill your mind with loving thoughts to yourself. It's possible, despite what all of the New Year's resolutions are telling you, it's possible to find peace around food. It's possible to never diet again and not live in fear that you have to lose weight. It's possible to look in the mirror at yourself and smile. It is absolutely possible. I am living, breathing testament of that from somebody who has hated themselves so much, who used to look in the mirror at myself and go, God, you were so gross. You were disgusting. How dare you even breathe, take up space? I mean, I hated myself so much. I was suicidal. I was on all kinds of depression medicine, anxiety medicine. I mean, I had a vile, visceral reaction when I looked in the mirror at my body. I hated it. I wanted to disappear. I cried getting ready. I cried shopping. It was like miserable. And every New Year's, I would plan another diet, another resolution. I would commit. This is the year that I was going to lose the weight. This is the year that I would actually, get to the place where somebody might love me and that I actually might even love myself. But I was doing it out of hate. I was doing it out of disgust. I was doing it out of this just need to fix myself. But it is possible to start a new year, because I'm doing it this year, without thinking you need to lose weight. It is possible to feel more love for yourself than hate. It is possible to accept your body right now. It is possible. Let me be a walking testament for you of what is possible. That when you do this work, there is a deep, deep healing back to love, to remembering the truth about who you are, to remembering your self-worth, to remembering your true identity. It's so powerful. So the third thing that we have to do is move towards more love. And I want to show you how to do that because, like I said, we are not taught this. This isn't something that we know how to do. And so before we get into the fourth and final way to sort of break this brainwashing cycle from toxic, unhealthy New Year's resolution ads, I want to invite you to something that I'm really excited to share with you. And I want to invite you to explore the option of my 6-week online course called Babe Redefined. Now, let's be honest. This is a 6-week course. Some of you guys did this last year. This is a 6-week course of helping you make peace with the mirror, ultimately, to love yourself more and to trust yourself around food, to do the opposite of what these New Year's resolutions are telling you and enter into more love. I mean, I go step by step through 6 modules helping you break this cycle of hatred and shame towards your body so that you feel more freedom. And it's not as sexy as these New Year's resolutions campaign of like, lose all this weight and you're going to have the most fabulous, best life. You know, doing all these things to control and to constrict and make you feel like you're in your power from an unhealthy way. But it is a plan. And I think it's like just such a freaking beautiful alternative, because what if you could love this body? What if 2019 you had a radical shift on stopping trying to fix the body and instead choosing to love the body, this body, your body? And I know that sounds crazy. And I know you're probably thinking, well, all of these things have to change first in order for me to actually love this body. And I'd rather just do a diet, or I'd rather just do a plan because there's this guarantee, you know, that I'm going to lose the weight and then I'll be lovable, you know. But what if there's a different way? What if there is a different way of moving towards more love, where you could find peace around food, where you weren't fearful around it and you weren't afraid of what I could eat and what I could eat, but you actually trusted yourself? What if you could look into the mirror, deeply into your own eyes, standing there naked in the mirror, and say, I love you. I love you in the body that you have right now, January 2nd, 2019, that you could love this body right now. Just think about this for a second. You know, what if you could embrace the skin that you were in? What if you decided it was okay to never go on a freaking another diet again? What if you could show up exactly as you are today and truly live your best life? You know, what if you felt at peace when you went shopping? What if you didn't look around and body compare yourself to everyone else in the room? Just think about this. Imagine a world where you weren't obsessed with all your inadequacies. Imagine a world where you didn't cry every single time that you got ready. Imagine a world where you didn't panic every time you were invited to the beach or to a party. Imagine a world where you felt like you could wear a pair of shorts in the body that you have today and feel confident, or a bathing suit, you know, where you felt free to eat a cupcake without any guilt, where you could look around and you could see all these women around you, all of these different bodies and shapes and sizes. What if you could look around and see them all as beautiful? You know, what if at the end of this year, what if 2019 was the year that you decided you didn't need a new you, but what if 2019 was the year you decided to love yourself? Because at the end of the day, all of your feelings of hatred, all of the feelings of inadequacy towards yourself stem from this lack of love, of self-love, the belief that we are not lovable. Like all of the neuroses that we have in our life stem from believing we are not enough. And that is why I created Babe Redefined. I was like, I want to help people learn to do the process that I did, to learn to like break free from the crazy, the spiral of shame and self-hatred and body hatred and body bully and criticism. I want to help you stop hating your body and stop hating your reflection in the mirror. It is amazing the kind of freedom that you get when that is not occupying your brain 24/7. It's going to help you look at your body in a completely new way. And I truly believe that you can be happy in this body right now, loving and being grateful for your life now, no matter what size you are. That is why I created this course. And my sweet student, Heather, she said, she went through it last year, and she said, I went on my first diet at the age of 10 and have hated my body ever since. When I realized at the age of 40 that it's not about another diet, and that it's about truly, finally loving my body just as it is. I knew I needed a teacher that I could trust and that knew exactly how I feel. Mary is that person for me. Mary and the Babe Redefined course allowed me to learn techniques while digging deep within myself to break free from the mindset that I've lived with my whole life. This is a constant journey, and Mary's raw authenticity continues to serve as a compass for me on that path. So I want to invite you to do this course, a 6-week course with me. I know that it will be transformational, and explore it. It may not be right for everybody. It may not be right for you. You might decide that you want to continue in the way that you are and, try one more year at the resolution and the diet thing, and zero judgment for that, like you have your own innate wisdom and intuition, and I trust that in you, and I trust in that decision. But this is one option that I think could really shift things for you in a transformational way and bring you back towards more and more of that love. So I'm not going to spend any more time because we have to get to our number 4. I don't want to spend any more time selling you on this. So if you want more information, go to maryhyatt.com/babe redefined /babe redefined, and you'll get all the details. I break down all the modules and tell you exactly what you're going to learn, exactly what is in each one, what you're going to get, because here's what I know. You're going to get these 6 modules that take about an hour to go through, an hour a week. There is a amazing downloadable workbook that goes through with each module. It goes through powerful exercises that you're going to journal through and work through. And that's really where the transformation happens. And then you're also going to get 3 bonuses, all of this together. If I were to package up my time, if you were to personally coach with me through this program, it would be $5,699, okay? And the bonuses, you're going to get a body love morning ritual video. You can see what I do in the morning to show myself more love. You're going to get some really incredible interviews with experts in the area of body positivity and intuitive eating, and also a meditation series that is recorded from me, an audio version of a body scan. It's really going to help you connect with your body. So all of this, you guys, is $199. So it's not $5,699. It's just $199 for 6 modules, a 6-week course that is really going to be life-changing and allow you to go into 2019 a different person. So let's go back to the 4th way to break this brainwashing and to create a more confident, energetic, beautiful, loving 2019. And this is what you're going to do. To add in loving actions, ask yourself this question: are there any loving things I'd like to add into this new year that would help me feel more? And then add in your feelings. So what is it that you want to feel? More desire, more joy, more fulfillment, more confidence. And create a list of those things. So is there any loving things that I could add into instead of taking away, instead of restricting? What can I add in that's going to help me feel more joy? What can I do that's going to help me feel more love? What actions can I add in, loving actions that are going to help me feel more confident, more loving, more connected, more desire, more passion? And let's create. So if wanting to be healthier, if wanting to have more energy and to feel better isn't the enemy, right? Because I think that ultimately we all want those things. We all want to feel energetic. We all want to feel like our health is thriving. Then there are really beautiful ways to nurture and to take care of ourselves from a loving place. So we're looking at loving actions instead of actions that are motivated by shame, desperation, the feeling of inadequacy, needing to earn love. So here are a few things that you can do to support your health with no dieting, no focusing on that weight loss, and no gym memberships, okay? So the opposite over here of these resolutions. You can sleep more. You can eat when you're hungry, giving yourself permission to eat when you're hungry. Saying no to things that you hate doing. That's a really loving action. Saying yes to more things that sound like fun. Taking supplements to help your cells, to support your adrenals, to support your stress hormones. using essential oils to support your immune system, to support your emotional state, to create a practice of deep breathing, to stretching the body, just like moving the body, stretching it, elongating, like that feels so good. Our body loves to feel that. Reading something that breathes life into you, or listening to a podcast that gives you life. Finding new ways to laugh. You know, when you have the energy, when your body is asking for it, moving your body in ways that you love. And I go really deep into this in the course and talking about moving your body in a way that's not triggering, because a lot of times the word exercise is really triggering. So I talk about how can we move our bodies in a way that gives us what we need, but it is a way that's coming out of love versus punishment. Drinking more water, trying new foods, trying new restaurants, getting out into the sunshine, putting plants in your house, you know, getting a therapist, hiring a life coach, getting some energy work done, getting a massage, acupuncture, some kind of self-care. These are really beautiful actions that can help you feel the way you want to feel right now. What loving actions can you add into your life right now that will help you feel more of what it is that you want to feel? So to break this brainwashing, we have to understand our intentions behind the desire to lose this weight or to create these New Year's resolutions. What's really behind? Is it love or fear? Second way is that we want to decide on how it is that we want to feel. What we're after at the end of the day is the feeling. And what do we need to believe about what's possible in order to feel the way that we want to feel? Third way is to move towards more love. We cannot hate our way to a life that we love. We cannot hate our body to a body that we love. And lastly, to create a list of loving things that you can do right now to feel more, and then fill in the blank. Joy, confidence, happiness, fulfillment, connection. Because that's coming after you've defined the feeling. What are some loving actions that you can do? So my hope is that you will take a serious look at the brainwashing that's been happening, the New Year's resolution kind of like ads, media, propaganda, whatever you want to call it, that are telling you that you're broken, that are telling you you're not enough, and decide that in 2019, you're not going to play into that game. You're not going to play into the low self-worth, the lack of confidence, that you need to change yourself in order to be loved, but you take a radical stand on self-love, a radical stand on self-love. And I hope that you will look at the Babe Redefined course and see if that is the next right loving step for you, and really choose to radically love yourself in 2019. Because I know, and the course goes into all of this, and we really get into those beliefs, that you are not broken. You do not need fixing. And all of the brainwashing is just that. It's just a story. It's just fear. It's just brainwashing. And I want to show you a different way. I am committed to that. A way of peace, a way of freedom, a way of love. And one thing that I know that we need that will change our lives is more love and more acceptance for our lives. And it's something we don't know how to do, and I want to show you how to do that. That is the purpose of my life. I want to be a symbol of that love and that light, and show you how to come back to the deep knowing that you are truly lovable. And I will show you a very life-changing way of how to do that step by step through these modules. So go and check it out for yourself. Look at the details, maryhyatt.com/babe redefined. You know, check it out. Make that a priority today. maryhyatt.com/babe redefined to see if it's a good fit, and see if you are really ready to embrace you. And as Carrie says, she says, enrolling in Babe Redefined course was one of the best decisions I've ever made. The choice is really engage in the coursework has truly been transformative. Babe Redefined ignited a significant change in how I view and think about myself and my body. It's reframed my thinking and allowed me to release the shame and negative self-talk I've carried around for years. I'm so grateful to Mary for guiding me on this journey, and look forward to a new way of living as a result of this course. So guys, I just want to wish you a very happy new year. I also want to welcome you if you decide to jump into the course. I want to welcome you to that. I really hope to see you inside of the course. And of course, I will see you guys next week. And until then, remember that the purpose of life is to be grateful, to be great, and to be full. See you guys next week. Bye.